Time for a quick weather update. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for clicking on to tonight's Weather Extra. I just got word we'll be going on late tonight on CBS 13. Instead of 11, we're going on after the Grammys. So we'll be live after the Grammys, scheduled at 11:30, but you never know. Those speeches go long sometimes. But we will be live on Fox 23 at 10. We'll see you then. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. We have snow overspreading our skies from south to north, and a pretty good slug of snow is moving into the region. Tonight it's snow, tomorrow morning it's freezing rain, tomorrow evening it's plain rain and wind. So a lot of variables in this one. Weather Service has this winter weather advisory up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. In addition, high wind watches go into effect tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. The Weather Service will probably convert that to a wind advisory or a wind warning. It looks like we'll have some pretty strong winds aloft. The big question is, can we get that to mix down to the ground level? Regardless, I think at the very least we get winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour. That will be late in the day tomorrow. Here's Doppler HD. The snow has been overspreading our skies. It's been fairly light so far, but it's picking up in intensity. Let's head down over southern areas where we've had a steadier, heavier snowfall down through Kittery, Portsmouth, moving up through Wells, Ogunquit, York. I'm recording this a little before 9:30. Actually, a pretty good band of snow moving into the Rockland area as well. Also back into the mountains, it's been more of a light snow there. Before the changeover, well, we're expecting a few to several inches of snow out of this one. And that changeover being some freezing rain early in the morning. Most towns certainly were in the teens and 20s, cold enough to support snow. This is the map I wanted to show you here. Probably about 2 to 4 inches for a large portion of coastal Maine. You head down east, mid-coast Maine, portion of mid-coast Maine, a little bit less. There'll be higher amounts, 3 to 6 and 4 to 8 back through the mountains. A lot of this elevation-driven snow. And I'm looking at the radar here, and I'm also looking at some of the high-resolution modeling. We may have to bring this little area right here into a 3 to 6. Portions of York County and also up into southern Cumberland counties. Be some pretty good bands of snow there over the next few hours. Regardless, I think Portland's on the upper end of that 2 to 4 before that changeover. Here's satellite radar. Let's widen things out here. We have an area of low pressure, which is right up here, moving through the Tennessee River Valley. All of this mess is all courtesy of a warm front trying to surge off to the north. There's a cold front farther off to the south here. So the warm air will win out. First aloft, there's some warmer air moving in. That produces the changeover to freezing rain and some freezing drizzle in the morning. At the ground level, we stay below the freezing mark. But eventually that warm front pushes through, and yes, we will see the warmer air invade. But that's probably not until the second half of tomorrow. Notice the cold front moving down through the Gulf states here. There's a lot of severe weather occurring out there tonight. Each one of those little red boxes through Alabama, Mississippi, moving into Georgia now. Yeah, those are tornado warnings along the cold front. Thank goodness, nothing like that around here. But we will have rapidly changing weather, so let's take a look at how this is going to play out. Here we are at 10 o'clock tonight. Yeah, it's a pretty good slug of snow for most of the area here. In fact, all of the area. Temperatures certainly cold enough to support snow, teens and low 20s. This is one forecast model that's probably a little too quick to get rid of the snow in the mountains, but regardless, it gets the general idea. There will be a changeover to some sleet and freezing rain, freezing drizzle as well. I think our precipitation is going to come in 2 bursts. One arrives overnight tonight with snow, then changing to freezing rain, freezing drizzle. We'll get that break at some point during the morning. You can see Storm Tracker outlines this rather nicely. There's not a whole lot going on around 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And temperatures are still running cool, but notice as the wind picks up out of the south, we're going to see the warmer air invade. So late day temps will surge into the mid-40s, just in time for our steadiest and heaviest precipitation to arrive. That's 5 p.m. Our strongest winds will be between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., I think. We'll have gusts, frequent gusts at least, of 40 to 50 miles per hour. So there could be some power outages. We'll have to see how much mixes down from aloft. As we go through the overnight tomorrow night, we'll get into clearing skies, certainly by daybreak, and it looks like we'll have highs probably around 40 degrees for our Wednesday. Wednesday will be a brighter day. Just briefly want to touch on some of the wind setup for tomorrow. Notice 10 a.m., sustained winds, 15, 20 miles per hour. It's nothing we can't handle here, but you get between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Notice how sustained winds jump up to 20 to 30 miles per hour. I think we'll have frequent gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour during that period. There'll be a low-level jet that's going to try to work its way into and through the region. Now, what's happening here at about 3,000 feet in elevation, about half the elevation up to the summit of Mount Washington, picture that level there. There's going to be a wind screaming between 75 and 80 knots. The big question is, can you get that wind to mix down to the ground level? And at first glance, you say, I don't think that's going to happen. The only thing that could do that is if we get into some convection, being some heavy downpours and possibly thunderstorm activity, which can't be ruled out. That's why the Weather Service has that high wind watch. So stay tuned to that part of the forecast as we go into the day tomorrow. My best estimate today, I think it's going to be okay with gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour, but would not be shocked if we saw something a little bit higher in some of those heavy downpours. So wind will be an issue tomorrow evening, bottom line. Tomorrow morning, it's freezing rain, freezing drizzle. We get that break. Heavier rain late in the day. Strongest winds 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday looks okay, brighter. There'll be mountain snow showers. Gets a little breezy again. Could be a morning snow shower on Thursday. Friday, it's another cold start. Not as cold as the last couple of days, though. That's good news. And it looks like we'll have 2 weak weather makers that could bring some snow and or rain to the area Saturday and again on Monday. So more accumulating snow is possible during that time frame. Okay, so again, we're live on Fox 23 at 10. We'll see you then, and if you really want to stay up late after the Grammys, we'll be there live after the Grammys, scheduled at 11:30, but who knows? We'll see. All right, have a nice night.